Serious, what's a local rumor you heard as a kid that turned out to be true years later?
Attention! Serious tag notice jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted in any comment, parent, or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules, posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you had any questions or concerns.
Girl in my high school was rumored to have been dating one of the teachers who was married. This was probably true because after graduation, the teacher had retired, divorced his wife and married the girl.
This older kid had this lightning streak scar all over one side of his neck and down his body. The rumor was he was throwing stuff at the power lines behind our neighborhood. Turns out he was. He was throwing copper wire at it, and it arced. He's lucky to be alive.
Doctor in town who was a huge football booster gave prescription painkillers to high school kids. He passed away before it all came to light, so he never saw justice. Lots and lots of kids through the years unsurprisingly became addicted.
U.S. Midwest. Rumor has it that way up the old road out of town, somewhere in the woods, was a satanic cult that held seances and other mystical rituals by firelight. Scared the willies out of us kids. And our parents wouldn't let us ride our bikes anywhere on that road. Decades later, I was working on a commissioned history project for the town and talked to the old man who owned the oldest homestead in the county way back in the woods along that road, while photographing the creek that ran through the stone foundation basement of the home, which the settlers used for water generations ago. I noted the burned out tea candles everywhere. Guy lit up and said yeah. Back in his younger days, he and his wife used to host elaborate costume parties at the property, often by candlelight for the fun of it. He'd heard the rumors of the satanic cult and thought it was hilarious. So he and his friends ran with it and held parties in monks' robes and had bonfires and lived it up. He still laughs about it, and now so can I.
One persistent rumor that went around during high school was that one of our biology teachers was having sex with students. We all thought it was a joke because the guy was rather ugly looking and we all knew his wife, a fellow teacher, was always around. Years pass and I find out that the male teacher was found having several relationships with underage students. He got arrested, divorced, put on the SO registration, and lost custody of his kids.
There was a secret cult in one of the neighborhoods. Turned out to be NXIVM.
My next-door neighbor in Ohio really was a Hong Kong mafia kingpin.